So we are back in step 21.6, which we will learn how to format animations and also apply animations. So when you add animations, you add special visual or sound effects to text or an object. So without animation, text and objects automatically appear all at once when a slide is open in Slideshow Viewer. However, when you format animations for the text box and graphics, you can control how and when the text and graphics appear on each slide. So let's go ahead and get started. You need to open up your time management file. Let's see. Open up time management 2. And save time management 2 as time management 3. Okay, so go to slide 2 and click on your clip art object to select it, and let's make it bigger. Use those move handles to make it bigger. Alright, so click on your animation tab, and in the animation group, point to fly in. And notice the preview of the animation that shows the clock flying into your slide. Alright, so in the animation group, click on your More button, which is this bottom arrow pointing down, to show your animation gallery. Now, notice all the options that you have, and as you move over the animations, the options, it gives you a live preview of what that animation looks like. So the animations are organized by 3 different categories. We have entrance, emphasis, and exit. Under the entrance, click on your wheel option. And notice the live preview. And also notice that that is now, those options are now on our ribbon. Click out. Now, on the animations tab, click on your preview button. Drop down on the arrow and notice the preview and the auto preview. We're going to just simply preview what it looks like. Notice that there's a 1 on your slide that appears to the left, indicating that this is the first animation format on this slide. Also notice in your slides panel, notice this star, which is the play animations icon, which is displayed to let you know that this slide has animation. Click slide 3 and click on your placeholder time is lost to select it, and in your advanced animation group, click add animation right here. Drop down and notice you have more options, and under your entrance, select wipe, and notice you get a live preview that shows the animation, but you have not seen the preview. In the slides tab next to thumbnail 3, click on the play animation icon and notice your text box background, and then the text appears from the bottom to the top. Also notice your numbers as well. So in the animations group, click Effect Options right here, drop down, and let's select from the left, and in the previews group, click on your preview button. So the text box will now enter from the left at a slower pace. Now, in the timing group, the start box will show the settings on click, which is the trigger. The animation will not occur until you actually click your mouse button in your slideshow view. So let's go to slide 5 and click the slide Prioritize. And in the advanced animation, drop down and select your more entrance effects. Now, the add entrance effect dialog box opens. Point to the title bar of the dialog box and drag the box to the left to reposition it so that most of the contents are on the side. So just drag it over. There are 4 categories for the entrance effects. You have basic, subtle, moderate, and exciting. So scroll down and under exciting, click your float option. And notice you get a preview before you even say okay of what the float option looks like. So under exciting, click on, let's try whip. And then let's click OK. Now, click anywhere in your smart object. And let's go back to add animation and more entrance effects. Now, notice that some of your options are dim, which basically just means that you cannot apply those selections to your object. But under the subtle group, expand is already selected, and if it's not, just click on it and press OK. So notice we've added an animation first to prioritize and then second to our smart art. In the advanced animation group, click your animation pane, and the animation pane is displayed to the right. Alright, so drop down on your content, place, hold an arrow for your number 2, and select start with previous. Now the numbers to the left of the text box and your smart object on the slide are both numeral 1, indicating that both animations will occur at the same time, because at first this was 1, this was 2, so that means this would have went first and then this would have went second. But by going to your animation pane and selecting for 2 to become 1, they are both set to occur at the same time. Now, in the animation pane, click play. And you get a preview of the two animations. Let's go to our undo button and click undo to restore the two separate animation times. Okay, so move over under animation groups to your effect option button and drop down and select one by one. Now you get a live preview that shows the rows of the object introduced individually instead of all at one time. So in the animation pane, below the content placeholder, you have this little arrow. Click to expand the arrow, and it shows the animations 3 through 6 which is the same as here, because they all appear one after the other. So click on add animation button under advanced animation and select the float out option, which is right here. And in the animation pane, click 7 placeholder arrow and then click start after previous. So this animation causes the rows to exit one by one after the last row of the smart art object appears, because the option start after previous is enabled. The animation is now part of the previous animation, so the number 7 is actually removed. So go to slide 4 and click on your smiley face and go to add animation. Drop down on the arrow and under emphasis, click on the teeter option. Now preview your animation. And so basically, by playing around with your animation tab, we selected different animations, we added animations, we changed the duration, said we will start on click, and then we came over here to our animation pane and kind of managed if it will start with previous click, after click. So just play around with it, guys. The more you play around and use these tools, the better you will become. Do not be afraid of play, because you have the power of undo in Microsoft Office. So utilize these great skills. Go ahead and save where you are, and I will see you on the next step.